Hello, welcome back to WrestleCrack. I'm Nicky Michelini, aka Midge Betts, aka the Italian Rapscallion. Today I'm going to be talking about what's been happening since WrestleMania, the WrestleMania after Raw, the Raw after WrestleMania even, the new talent coming in, the way things have went. So here it goes. I think it's been much better since WrestleMania. I think I don't know who's running the show, but there must be something, whether they've completely changed tact, which clearly they have, but whether they have because someone else is running it or doing something differently. Vince McMahon's took a step back and Triple H is doing it, because it does feel, obviously with the NXT talent, and it does feel a little bit more NXT-ish. I don't know whether that's the talent, the talent they're making face each other. You've had AJ and Cesaro and all that sort of people in the main events. Longer matches, your Kevin Owens Cesaro match last week and the week before that, similar type of matches. So maybe it is Triple H doing it, I don't know, but it just seems like a breath of fresh air throughout the whole product. It's the Raw after WrestleMania has been my favourite one for a while. I know recently, the last few years, you've had Dolph Ziggler cash in, you've had big moments happening, but just because of the sheer the amount of new talent they had debuting, they had obviously Enzo, Apollo, Baron Corbin, and they had the reintroduction of Primo and Epico, which is obviously to a lesser degree, but it's interesting to see where they're going to go with that. I don't think it's going to work. When I seen the promo, I thought this is going to be another Matadors thing where they just come in, do a bit of shtick and just knock it over again, but at least they're trying, I suppose. But I just think it's been a much fresher product. One of the things I like about it was Cesaro coming back and being thrust into the main event. I think it's a bit confusing that he was a world title contender the last match on the last Raw. The first match on this Raw, he's IC title contender. Doesn't really fit. You don't have someone going for the world title then drop down the IC title. For me, you have your weight classes, so to speak. You don't have to be weight specific, but just the different categories where you are a world title guy or an IC title or a US title. So when you do step up, it's a big deal. But for Cesaro, a step down seems a bit counterintuitive. That makes sense. Maybe it doesn't. It seems a bit backwards. But all in all, everything's been really positive. Enzo and Kaz coming in, stealing on the show as I knew they would. I think Enzo might need to calm his way he's speaking down a little bit, because I think mainstream kids and wives and all the rest of it can't really understand what he's saying. Something's very difficult. I've got to rewind it and go back, but if you're in the live audience and you can't actually pick up what he's saying, it might be a bit confusing. But all in all, I think Enzo and Kaz have been the stars of the show for the last couple of weeks, and just showing how great they are on the mic. It just blows everything else away. Apollo coming in, I think they brought him in right. I think obviously with Enzo and Kaz it was more mic work. With Baron Corbin it was more showing that he's a badass and he can take out Dolph Ziggler and he doesn't give a shit. With Apollo it was more focused on what he does in the ring, which is his biggest positive, obviously. Hopefully the weeks go by, you get to hear him on the mic, you get to hear a bit of his background stuff, so you can get invested in the characters, which is good. And this is what I really like. Baron Corbin's coming, you can see his character straight off the bat, seeing what Enzo and Kaz, Primo and Epico to a lesser degree, but they are bringing in these characters and they are showing you what they're about. It's not just hiring Tyler Breeze out there and hoping that something sticks to the wall when they haven't given you enough reasons for something to stick. So hopefully they do that with Apollo going forward, and they do give him a bit more oomph to his character and a bit more, just so you can connect with him really. So hopefully they do that with Apollo. I think Baron Corbin's going to be a star, the way they're building him. We'll see how long it lasts, but so far so good with him. Same with Enzo and Kaz. I feel bad for the Raw villains. David on SmackDown sort of makes them feel Ascension-ish, and it just puts them down a peg before they've even started. I think they're going to struggle. I would love to see them go massive, and I think if they are pushed and put on Raw and pushed as a big deal on Raw, then that could happen. But the fact that they just hit away on SmackDown seems a bit off to me, and I've got a bad feeling they're going to end up to be the next Ascension, which is a big shame because they're both really good. And I think Simon Gotch is going to struggle the worst, because I think even if they do struggle, they might split them up, and Aiden English can do his singing gimmick as he's done before, and I think Aiden English has got his tools going over by himself, similar to Sandown, like a comedy type role. I think Gotch is going to struggle if they do separate eventually. So the new talent's all really good. I love Shane McMahon running the show on screen. I think that's a good thing. I think it could be leading towards the brand split. Could it? I don't know. But I hope it does. I hope Shane stays around, even if it is just on SmackDown once a week. I mean, how busy is he? How busy is he going to possibly be that he can't spare 3 hours, 4 hours, and half a day to come and shoot SmackDown? He doesn't really need to be involved in the storylines, how the storylines are written and stuff like that. Vince can oversee it, or Triple H can oversee it, and Shane can just be the on-screen presence. I think that will benefit SmackDown massively. Just having them there just makes everything feel a lot fresher. I like the way Jericho's going at the minute. Not completely changing tack, but I'm just going through people who come out of WrestleMania have done well. I like the way Jericho's going. I'm looking forward to seeing him and Ambrose. AJ, obviously, #1 contender. Make him lose to Jericho. I can sort of see that it's give Jericho a boost, and AJ didn't really need the boost because he's come on the feud with Reigns. Speaking of Reigns, I like what they're doing with him. I think it's a slow, steady heel turn. And the same minute he's saying he's not the good guy, not the bad guy, blah, blah, blah. But he is more of a bad guy now. He's shown more bad guy tendencies, and hopefully this will just evolve into a full heel turn. I think it was interesting to see him and Bray Wyatt tagging on Raw, because Bray Wyatt's on the turn to be a babyface, he's on the turn to be a heel. So at the minute they're at the same spot, but they're both going separate directions, like passing trains in the night, so to speak. I think it's really interesting to see them where they were, because obviously from where they were, it was perfect timing to have them tagging, because I think next week Bray will be more of a good guy, if he's not injured anyway, because I heard that he was injured, but hopefully not. Bray will be more of a good guy, won't be more of a bad guy, and they'll go in opposite ways, but I think having them there together at that point was perfect. What else has been happening? I think that might be it. Ryder obviously got screwed out the IC title. A surprise. Hopefully Cesaro takes off the Miz. As much as I like the Miz, I hope Cesaro gets it and does a John Cena Open Challenge shake a deal with it. I think that'll be great. What else? Divas coming along well. Or women, sorry. Tag team title tournament for the #1 contenders. That's looking really good. Giving all the tag teams a chance to show what they can do, and it just shows that the tag team is deeper than you thought it was. Pretty much it. I think so. Superstar of the week this week is going to be Enzo and Kaz, because they're stealing the show on the mic, especially Enzo. Sorry, match to go back or on the network to watch. Go and watch Old Villains win the tag titles when they were, I think it was a takeover Brooklyn, just to see how over they were there, and just so you don't forget how over they can be, and just not this hidden away at SmackDown act, sort of Ascension-esque, if you will. Yeah. So that's that. I'll see you next week, hopefully. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe and comment below and all that shit. Peace.